On this episode of the pod, we have another Detroit legend, from the WNBA to Team USA and gold medalist Olympian, Crystal Bradford.
Keep it real and 100, I never switch up. The world is very different now, don't know who to trust. Who keep it a buck, who hating, who pressing they luck, who reneging at the table cause they know you got
The pod, aka People of Detroit. We wanna put people on. You know what I'm saying? We wanna get the world to know more about Detroit.
Well, what makes us different at the pod is that we want to have real stories by real people and displaying real triumphs. At the end of the day, in Detroit, one thing we know how to do is hustle harder.
Yo, y'all already know what it is. It's your boy, Sir LA.
And it's me, your girl, Dahlia.
And y'all in here rocking with the pod, aka the people of Detroit.
Yeah.
Yes. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we have a Detroit legend in the building.
Legendess.
And I'm gonna give her the intro that she deserves, because I don't think y'all understand who we got in the building today. You know what I'm saying? You talking about hella Player of the Year awards. She's the first woman to come out of Central Michigan University and make it to the WNBA. She's also a gold medalist. Do you hear me?
Okay.
She's also a gold medalist. She does things for her community, and she's still doing her shit to this day. And the person that I'm speaking of, it's Crystal Bradford. What's up, Dow?
What's good?
Hey.
Welcome.
What up, though? What up, though? They ain't used to that. What up, though?
Yeah, what up, Dow? Y'all already know we in the building. So, you know what I'm saying? We gonna start it off by asking, what hood made you? You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm from Livernois and Davidson.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
It's that west side.
You already know.
Look, much love to the east, but y'all know the pod, we west side.
Yes, y'all know how we do. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the west side. But okay, you said west side, I like that. And now, growing up, like, was it anything that Crystal wanted to do or be before becoming a professional basketball player? Did you have any other aspirations?
That's a great question. Yeah, when I was younger, my mom had a camcorder. She bought karaoke machine. She always performed. She's a performer now. Like, she gets paid to sing everywhere.
Nice.
So y'all know my mom. That's what she on. So I always wanted to dance, sing, perform, act.
Yeah, I be seeing you on social media. You like to do a lot of dancing. You sing a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and did you have a mixtape too that you didn't put together?
Yeah, I had some stuff. I had some songs.
What that say?
Right now I'm focused on creating content, and then like music is a different way, but you can do it all. Like the social medias that we have now, you can do it all. Like
For
TikTok
sure.
is like you can do music, then you do the voiceover, you can sing over it, you can be comedy.
For sure.
You literally can create your own fan base without having to leave your home.
100%.
Nice.
Scary,
Nice.
but
Right.
yeah, that's where I'm at right now with it. Kind of
Okay.
just content creating.
Nice. Now, I know early on, you, because you've been playing ball since the beginning of time, you know what I'm saying? And I know, a lot of that came from, you playing with your brother, you know what I'm saying? And you getting yourself ready to, play with the big boys as you got older.
Word.
He got you in line as a youngin'.
How you even know that? That's what's up. That's not written down nowhere.
That's that ghetto journalism.
That's what we call it.
That's a friend of a friend right there. Somebody knows something. Yeah. Yeah, no, my brother, he taught me, I just want to be like him. Like, if he'll be outside playing basketball with his shirt off, I'll take my shirt off and, bro, can I play? That's a true story. Yeah, we had to put the rim up for a week after that. So,
oh, man.
I got a lot of trouble for that. But, yeah, just whatever my brother was doing. And by us being blood brothers and sisters, we kind of just had the same type of niches in life, the same type of what he was good at, I was good at. So he played the African drum. I started playing the African drum.
Nice.
But I'm a female, so naturally I was just better at everything. You know what I'm saying?
period.
It just kind of came natural.
Y'all lucky it's 2 against 1 right now.
Listen,
know
you
what I'm
gotta
saying?
understand, I'm a whole CEO over here, so I'm all about the girl power, period.
Let's go. You already know. You know what I'm saying? But that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Now, what was some experiences, you know what I'm saying, growing up? What was some highlights as a kid going into high school and middle school and high school, you know what I'm saying, that propelled you to want to keep playing basketball? Was there anything that kind of stood out to you as a youngin', like, dog, if that wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't have, you know what I'm saying, I would have stopped playing, or I would have kept, you know what I'm saying? Was there anything like that happened to you early on?
That's also a great question. Actually, when I was 8 years old, I had already got into basketball. Like I said, we had the rim. We were the house that had the basketball rim.
So everybody coming came around. That was our house.
That don't mean I could always play, though, because the big boys were playing. So I really had to work my way up to get there. But I didn't get that type of confidence until I was about 8 years old. And a guy named Coach Scott came to watch me play basketball at a gym. Nice. And ever since then, we've been tied in. It's a group of us that played on the same team. We blew teams out. We went 43-0. So like we did a lot of winning early. Top 10 was our name. First we were the Motor City Sons. And Dwayne Scott just got a whole bunch of inner city girls together, and we became sisters. We've been sisters ever since. So I got friends, family for like 20 plus years. But just winning really made me want to keep going. I came on a team that was already winning.
So that put a different type of fire in you.
Yep. Different mentality, yeah. And they didn't like me, so I realized that my stuff didn't stink. It did stink, or whatever. And I had to realize what, being a teammate was, and I love that. It was natural for me because that's what I wanted.
And then it teaches that whole camaraderie, y'all learning to trust each other. It's like, in a sense, when you're looking at a team in athleticism, it's almost like y'all trusting each other with y'all futures too. You know what I mean? So it gets deeper than that. You gotta trust who you play with.
No, that's true.
You gotta trust who you play with.
Because you are who you hang around. You are who you play around. You know what I'm saying?
You either with the pictures of the Eagles, baby.
Yes.
Y'all talking that stuff. Talk that talk.
I know. I see you twinkling and glistening though.
That's what I'm saying. I see CB real quick.
Got in the teeth, okay? Twinkling and glistening.
Shout out to K Gems, Creative Rec. You know what I'm saying? My homegirl from Chicago, she does gyms like this, so
hooked you up.
Yeah, got me together. You gotta feel good, look good.
That's that Detroit in you.
Always
take that where you go. We like to floss a little different.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm surprised you ain't there bring the bus.
You know what I'm saying? They in stores right now.
Bring the bus.
They in stores right now, but they coming out. I'm on a different mode right now. I ain't been in the city in a while.
No,
so,
for sure.
I try to keep it chic.
I'm feeling it. You got the whole hip hop thing going on right now. I feel it.
For sure. She always been crispy. Every time I've seen her, when she posting, you know what I'm saying? She always crispy. You know what I'm saying? Always talking that shit. Always been herself, honestly. That's one thing I can say. You always been yourself. You never conform to nothing. You know what I'm saying? You like, listen, it's me, accept it. And, and even early on in your basketball career, you know what I'm saying, high school, college era, when people would kind of, criticize your playing skills, but you doing everything right, though.
Right.
You can, all right, I'm unorthodox, whatever. I'm giving you points. I'm giving you assists. I'm giving you boards. I don't give a fuck how I'm playing.
You sound like me. You sound like me 6 years ago.
That's that mentality.
That's how you gotta have it, though. But it was hard for me as far as mental health go, because I'll have the highest points, but I'm an empath. So, again, I'm able to read teammates.
Feeling everything.
I'm feeling everything. Like,
for sure.
To be doing so good, but it's something down here you missed, you kind of got to go back. And that's kind of how you find your medium, really. So if you don't go back, you know what I'm saying, you'll get dropped. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have some failures, and that's life anyways. But
no, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Basketball is so science. It's so much. It's a way of life, and I've learned life through basketball.
That's dope.
That's cool. Now, and it's crazy because over the years I've been like keeping my eye on you, because we went to high school together, and it was briefly, but it was like when I started seeing her go crazy, I'm like, that. So I started looking, but then, you know, when I started doing my homework on her, and she ended up leaving the school I was at, and she went to Inkster High. And at Inkster High, she propelled to another level. Like, what was your mind state going into that? Was the anticipation for you like that before you got there, or did you create that when you got there?
Man, I think our confidence was ahead. My confidence, I'll speak for myself. My confidence was ahead of my time. I had so much comfort around me. Again, shout out to Dwayne Scott because he brung us girls together, and we moved together. So it was people hating on that, but again, sometimes you got to go back to the middle to realize, oh, they down there hating. I don't even need to go that low. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Because he had a plan for us to stick together, and that's what we did. So when I got to high school, I had my girls with me when we transferred. And not only that, being an inner city kid from Detroit, Inkster is tough, but Detroit is like, so when I got to Inkster, I felt so much love, and we also knew so many people there.
It was just a natural thing you fell into.
Yeah, it was like LeBron going to Miami or
That's dope. But you know what? When you say it
he
like
had his
that,
guys there. It was good.
when you say it like that, it give me that Kanye West effect. You was like, my confidence was ahead of his time. Like, you already knew. And I feel like that's the mindset of a champion or a gold medalist.
Champion too.
Both of that.
Champion, gold medalist, you know, Midas touch or whatever. You know,
you need your confidence. I remember. I mean, I go through a lot of different things. I go through things, but I always hear God say, "Keep your confidence. You're gonna need it." So I do. I watched the Kanye's, and I enjoy watching them because I take stuff from it. No, I don't have a God complex, and I think it's weird for people like, I am a God. I love that interview. I am a God. I love that interview, but I don't have that type of complex. But I do love taking things from really confident people because it means they done they homework. They prepared. That's what confidence is.
Exactly.
If not, it's just fake. So real confidence.
For sure. Now during the time when you got to Inkster, could you what's some inspiration that Peggy Carr, that was the head coach at the time when you got there, was it any like inspiration she gave you? What was some talks that she had with you when you got there?
Great question. Peggy Carr, she was just, we knew her background coming there. We knew how she's a pioneer of her own. So being able to be coached by her, I was really looking forward to it, and just being a woman, she can relate, things like that. I was tired of getting screamed at. But
about a dude coaching?
Yeah. I thought she was going to be a little more. But no, she did her screaming too. But hey, we won the championship. So
y'all heard that. She won that state.
Class A. So I really thought that was huge because DCH, I went to DCH 9th grade and 10th grade year. Junior year, transferred to Inkster. So 9th grade and 10th grade year at DCH, we were class C or D.
I think it was C.
We were D my freshman year. Then we moved up to C.
Okay.
So we only had 500 kids, which means about 200 girls, 250 girls. When I got to Inkster, it was 1,500 kids, which means about 700, 800 girls. So, all of that went up, and that was great.
He said the ratio is a lot better over here.
Yeah, it was more. So,
man.
but I had a whole bunch of homies too, but it was just more people. So it became a bigger pond for me. So I was able to get comfortable inside that pond. And as the pond get bigger, I just kind of make myself home in there,
Right,
Sound like you was a big fish in a small pond. You gotta expand and keep growing. That's what's up.
Nah, that's real. You know what I'm saying? Nah, once you won that state, you know what I'm saying? I know your motivation and your confidence was on 100, you feel me? And that propelled you to get, to get into a decent college.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And once you entered Central Michigan University, once you entered that establishment, like, what was your grind and motivation? What did you want to succeed in as you went into that?
So we're going to be transparent here today, right?
All right, let's
do it.
Let's do it.
All day.
During my high school days, I was very depressed. My senior year, I was very depressed. I was like a functional depression. You know, those
I think
people.
that's a lot of us.
Yeah.
Honestly.
For sure, for
Most
sure.
I think
of us.
that's a lot of us.
Yeah, and then, you know, you're happy, whatever. I get home and I'm just unhappy, unfulfilled. And so my grades were, I struggled. I didn't do work. Like, I would go to other classes just to be joking around with the teachers. Like, one teacher, I'll never forget this teacher. I used to skip to her class, and she told me, she said, "She's going to be in here. You got to do some work." So I was doing work for a class that wasn't even mine.
Didn't even matter. You just like,
I just want to be in here.
But one fact that I think is important to mention is my senior year, I was getting ready to not graduate. And everybody in the school, almost, when I come around the halls, everybody be like, they wouldn't even call her my mama. They'd be like, "Faye here." Y'all, my mom literally wheeled me through my senior year.
Wow.
Like, going to my teachers, like, book bag on, tote on. She went to sleep on her knees praying for me. So
that's deep.
It's nothing like a praying mother.
ain't
At
nothing
all,
like it.
at all. And that's what, you know, you're supposed to do for your kids. You're supposed to, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to die for your kids. That means you're supposed to do everything for them, anything. If they need help, your mom probably was busy herself, had life going on herself, but she gonna take her tail up there and make sure you get what you need to, and she gonna make sure you
was
do
successful.
it. She gonna make sure, you know what I'm saying? And that's real. Shout out my dudes, man.
Oh, my.
Shout out, you know what I'm saying? Because look what you done made. Look what you done, you know what I'm saying? Because you got this here. You got her to this point in life to where she ain't got to look back and worry how this or how that, you know what I'm saying? But hats off to you, my dudes, for sure.
And it's also important. I'm going to get back to your college question, too, of how I transitioned. But it's also important for parents to know my mom was the most egoless mom. Like, I watched other parents, "Nah, my baby ain't doing that." And I watched my mom let the village love me. I watched her and my other two uncles, Juan Bradford and Kevin Bradford, rest in peace, Uncle Kevin. He bought me my first sports bra. But I watched those three. Whenever I would talk to them, they would speak, "Okay, we have a plan for your life. We have a plan for your life." And man, just looking back there right now at 28, I didn't understand. I just didn't see past any room I was in. I didn't see past ceilings.
And there was a lot of us growing up early and we're trying to grow into adulthood, you know, and find our way into the world because, you know, responsibility is something that everybody has to deal with, but a lot of people don't know how to deal with it. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm just glad your mom gave that motivation, but I'll let you continue. I just want, you know.
No, you good. And just, it was just a village. It was it was a village. She didn't mind letting other people step in and help. And I think that was, I think that's very important. I think parents get very sidetracked on the fact, like, I told my kid that. Now that you told them that, now they want to know. Yeah, that's because your job is to get people in front of your children to be successful. So your kid wants to be a football player. If you know any NFL, let them, you know, get them in front of them, because that's big.
Supporting your kids, absolutely.
No, for sure.
Yeah. So, but to the original question of what kind of motivation and fuel that I have going into my freshman year, right?
Yes. Going to Central Michigan, what was like your motivation? What did you want to work towards to I guess your goal going into that? I can say it like, for lack of better terms. What was your goal that you wanted to achieve besides basketball? Because that was in the bag, that's for sure.
Right. Yeah, basketball honestly wasn't on the forefront as much as people probably think it was. I think more so I was trying to get money now.
Right.
I was focused on like ways to get money and focused on adapting. I started like it was my sophomore year, but I started going to therapy and I was like, we got a sound bite for that, because oh my goodness, it was like just so much I was able to just let go, living in so much survival from an inner city kid from Detroit. That was on my mind. For
sure.
Survival. And
For sure.
for a long time, that was just probably like the only thing on my mind. Like even in basketball, it was surviving.
So do you feel like when when you were going into college, like that basketball actually, since that wasn't the forefront and more so survival was, did you feel like basketball was more of an outlet at that time?
Completely. And my school, Central Michigan, such a small school, you go through and you go a mile and you outside of Mount Pleasant. So it was a very small campus where it wasn't much to do. But I was just a ball of energy. I was like Flubber. Y'all remember that movie when he bing, 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 bing. I was bouncing off the sky in Central Michigan. But I had my coaches, another part of my village that was just like, what do we need? That was one of the most compassionate people I ever witnessed. Like, what can we do, Crystal, to help you? They were losing it. Like, what can we do? And it wasn't that I was just bad, just so much energy, not knowing how to direct it. Like, not knowing to wake up in the morning now and meditate and drink your tea and stuff like that. I didn't have regiments yet.
For sure.
So I was kind of like so untamed.
Okay.
And so, yeah.
So during that time, what the name Sue Guevara, what does that name mean to you?
Everything. I just wrote her 2 days ago. She's my she's the Pat Summitt to Candace Parker for me. You know?
Yes, for sure. For sure.
So patient. So furious. So passionate. But so willing to work with me and see me. And you know, that alone I never can regret my decision to go to Central. People are like, why'd you go to Central? That lady. She sold me and my mom. And it wasn't a pipe dream. It wasn't manipulation because it was true. I got there and she took right on care of me. So
for sure.
Amazing woman.
Shout out Miss Sue Guevara. You know, I know she just retired recently.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And I know, you know, her being a coach, you probably seen her more than your mom. So I know she played a role in keeping you on track as far as basketball, as far as, you know, class work and things of that nature, you know, just life in general. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. And during your run, too, you won a few, you know what I'm saying? You won quite a bit of things during your college career. You had so many player of the years and, like, it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Now, was that game winning shot versus Dayton, was that your most famous college memory?
She falls. Lucy Bradford's got it too. She throws it up for the win. Got it! Crystal Bradford with the three! And the Chippewas with 0.2 of a second left have taken a 3-point lead. Bradford fell to the floor. We still got 0.2 left as she's getting the crowd on their feet. 94-91.
no, but very high on the list.
Very high on the
It's
list.
definitely my popping to the Chris Brown. It's definitely popping because that game winner was very impressive, but it was 1:30 left, and we were down 9. I came down, hit a 3. We were down 6. I think I came down and got a steal, passed it to my teammate to hit a 3 or something like that, and we were down 3. Or we were down 2, actually. So maybe we were down 8. We hit 2 threes or whatever, came back. And then we got that, my teammate Taylor got the steal. And I don't even know if she was going to pass it. I think she was going to chug it up.
It looked like she was,
She
though.
was about to shoot it or something. And God was like, and she tripped and the ball came in my hands. And in those moments, you got a lot of time to really think. Y'all know when your adrenaline pump?
Yeah.
You really got 20 minutes. In my mind, I had a half a second, but in my mind, I'm talking myself up like, this is fate.
Because you
This
thinking
is
like,
your
should I
moment.
take it? Should I drive? Should I pull up? Should I cross? Should I?
When I
All this
tell
shit
you-
out of your mind. But I ain't gonna lie. You threw that shot up like Jason Voorhees was behind you like this, like swinging at your hand. You there be like, ah. Man, then you hit that bitch and you fell and your team, y'all went fucking crazy, dog.
So the play before that, my leg was cramping. So I remember that we called a timeout and came out the timeout, and that's when we got the steal. But I was in the timeout like, bruh, we can't go to overtime. I don't want to go to overtime because my legs are cramped up. I used to get real bad leg cramps before the games in college, and I had to drink pickle juice every day.
Oh, wow.
Think about getting teased. There you go, pickle juice girl. But whatever, I ain't tripping.
Girl, it's all right.
Yeah, so I needed. That's why I kind of threw it up because my legs had locked up.
Wow.
I gave my all in that game. So when I made it, I kind of just laid down because kind of gave my all.
That release, like, okay, we did it.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I know you had a lot of double-doubles. You know what I'm saying? I think you was queen double-double. You know what I'm
Queen
saying?
double.
Even triple-doubles. I think you got your first triple-double against Buffalo. Was that?
Wow. Yes, absolutely.
How was that? Was that your how many triple-doubles did you get since then or during your college career? Or because I know that
Maybe,
one.
I think about 2 or 3 more. I had one on Eastern. So maybe about 2 or 3 more.
But Buffalo was the first one you got one in, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
So the way my life works, like I was telling you, I'm an empath. So again, being an empath is good. You can feel where your players are, but you know, I know sometimes I just focusing on making players better has been a journey for me. Like it's the same thing off the court. Like I want to help people. And it's a journey because sometimes you go lay down and be like, dang, I didn't help. I didn't help this person. Right. You did miss. I missed you.
Mm-hmm. So you internalize that and get down on your and get down on yourself.
Yeah, that's that Kobe mentality because it's like you thinking of what you could do. You the won the game for all we know. You thinking of what you could have did. Damn, she was in the corner.
Knowing she was a high hand.
She slashed. I did.
Right.
But that's a leader's mentality
exactly.
too.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's why you got to where you are with that mentality and with that mindset going into basketball. You know what I'm saying? With your unselfishness. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't shy from getting assists. You know what I'm saying? You most definitely get double in rebounds, a double with assists. Like you most definitely was that dude. You know what I'm saying? No, you know what I'm saying?
No pun intended. Got you. You know what I mean? For sure. Appreciate you, man. I do.
No,
look,
for sure.
He's a dude. She's a dude.
Yeah, right.
We're all dudes.
Period.
What?
That's that 90s. That's that 90s shit right there.
Look, he's a dude. She's a dude. We're all dudes. Yeah. Good 90s flow.
Oh, man.
Yeah, for sure.
And another fact that I came across that I don't think that records is going to get broke, but you're the all-time leader at CMU in points, rebounds, blocks, and made field goals.
Right. Yeah,
That's crazy.
Going crazy.
That's crazy. Like, how did you feel when you found that fact out? Because I don't think nobody going to break that record. None of those records. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You a legend in their books. You done did your part. You know what I'm saying? You succeeded past that and most definitely still is. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
But, you know, when I seen that, I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? People, y'all don't understand. You know what I'm saying? You got to bust your ass to get where you need to be in life. And that's whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go pick up trash on the side of the road, you better kill that shit.
I'm telling you.
You better kill that shit. You know what I'm saying? And we got different stuff we got going on. We try to kill that shit. Yeah, we be tired. Niggas' legs be hurting, head hurting,
yeah, all that.
Life hit. But it's like if you really want that shit, them the motherfuckers that make it.
It ain't nothing easy.
If you look at historically, all of the greats, they always had something separating them from everybody else. But you know what everybody has in common? And I say this all the time. As long as you breathing, we all got the same 24 hours in a day. It's how you're utilizing your 24. Because I'm pretty sure Diddy utilized his 24 different than Joe Schmo. Jay-Z utilized his 24 hours different than the next. You know, LeBron utilizing his 24 different than the next. So it's like all of the greats, everybody is just making the most of their time, investing into their craft, whatever it may be. So like you say, whatever it is, kill that shit. You gonna do it all the way or not at all.
100%. Sure. But I'm also big on impact, like who impacts you. So I understand there are some real go-getters that can do it on their own. Everybody's not like that. Find out, get around people that can impact you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Find your lane. So the next person's lane may not be your lane.
Man, it take a team to build an empire.
Man.
Facts. You can't get rich alone, not at all, unless you just a fucking. You know what I'm saying? 1 out of 100 million. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I'm screaming.
I don't know.
A day trader.
That's the only solo thing I could think of.
But back to all the points and things like that. Like for me, I never had a moment like, wow, I did it. I just always felt like I was mopping the river. Like
Mopping the river.
my work was never really done. And then after I graduated, there was some after me that passed some of my records. And I had that moment of arrogance. Like I was I was happy because records are meant to be broken. Very pleased that we had culture after me. I was very pleased to see what those girls did, the Presley Hudsons and Tanara Moores and Kelly. She was drafted to the W as well. So it was things behind me. But one thing they were forgetting, like, you broke rebounding, you broke scoring. You didn't break rebound, scoring, point. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was gonna say too, though. I was gonna say that. I'm saying you got that one. Like I'm still in the books as doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? Within my years of being here, but now I was gonna say that too when you was getting to that too. Cause I'm like, yeah, but you did all that. But it's no shade, not at all. You know what I'm saying?
It's a challenge.
It's a challenge. It just presents a different type of challenge.
Yeah, it's competitiveness.
For motivation. Yeah, because at the end of the day, athleticism, sports, it's about being competitive. It's about having a challenge, but having sportsmanship too. That balance.
For sure. Now, when did exactly you start playing overseas? Because it feel like you've been playing overseas for a long time. Like even through your WNBA career, it seemed like you even played during when you was at Central a little bit, right?
I did.
Yeah. So, like, how has that been? Like, what culture shocks has you experienced going around the world, playing in Brazil, Finland, Israel, playing in all these places?
Brazil on my list of places.
Everybody said that. That's the place I left, though. That's the one place I couldn't stay.
Wow.
That's the top rated question too. I mean, top picked question. People ask that all the time. So my sophomore year was our first berth to the NCAA, Central Michigan.
Okay.
Not in history, just at my school, at my 4 years.
Gotcha.
And that game, we went against Oklahoma, and I had 36 points, 17 rebounds, 7 assists, 7.
Yeah.
God numbers. Thank you, God.
God tier.
Thank you, God.
God
Because
tier.
after that right there, God did. They didn't believe. God did. So
talk to him.
So after that, the Oklahoma coach ended up getting the USA head job. She came right for me.
Yep. I was gonna bring that up too.
Because other than that, I wasn't on the map because I was at Central.
Right,
so you had to be a real basketball head to even know, because I wasn't in the Big Ten or I wasn't in the all these all these other leagues.
Right.
So that was my first birth for hello, I'm Crystal Bradford. So then I got picked for USA. Yo,
that's
that
crazy.
blew my mind.
At that moment, I know had to feel.
That's
we tore up. We went up.
I know that felt better than anything that ever happened to you in your life.
Up to that point.
Everything.
Up to that point. Because that is exposure to the maximum degree. You are representing a country.
Yes.
Not just a team in a city, in a state, a whole country. You know what I'm saying? And you went crazy. It's this one play you did over there. I'm a basketball nigga. I grew up, I hoop, so I love, dissecting shit. You came, you Euro step. It was like some last second shit. You Euro step.
That was the game winner for the semifinals.
You missed the left, but then you grabbed the offensive rebound and put it back up. And yeah, was that against Russia? Was that the one?
We were in Russia. That was against Australia to get to the finals.
You right? Yeah, in Russia. Got you.
Semifinal game. Skata Lewis, hands off to Hartley. No timeouts left for the United States. Bradford drives in, misses, gets her own rebound and put back. The United States goes ahead, 14 seconds left. And Bradford with their own offensive rebound and put back to go ahead by 1.
A lot of people in Central Michigan happy.
A timeout on the court. We'll be back with this at 14.4 seconds left.
So I hit the game winner in the semi-pro. Mind you, my role wasn't. My role was big. Everybody's role is big on the team. But my playing time wasn't enormous. Neither, but every time I get on the court, anybody know me from high school, you don't have to start me. But when I get in that court,
you're gonna do your thing.
You're gonna keep me on that court.
Yeah.
Especially fourth quarters. I'm big on fourth quarters. So I end up, somehow I was still in the game for the last draw-up play. I remember so vividly that she told Bria Harley, Kalina Moscata-Lewis, take the ball out. Bria Harley, come get the ball. Odyssey Sims, do this, do that, do that. Crystal, stand right here in this corner. I said, bet.
Right.
I'm in my mind like,
I
go
think
get
that
that
was the hate
motherfucker.
because you put up the points against her team, so that probably was a little shade in there. Even though she was gonna coach and do her thing,
Yeah.
But I think she like, yeah,
That's a good connection.
I ain't
though.
forget
like,
you
no.
bust my ass that one year.
I really feel like she ain't forget that. No cap. That's for real. But you know what?
But you had to remind her right quick.
Yeah, let me show you real quick. Let me show you something. Hate and love is not a thin line. I think they like one and the same.
Some people hate you so much, they really just love you.
Nah, for
Honestly.
sure.
Some people love you so much they hate it. So it's like, you know,
Yeah.
but so the ball I just made my way to the ball. I came to get it. And that's when I attacked and just had my instincts on. My adrenaline really slows me down. I think everybody's does. I don't think I'm like any more superhero than anybody else in that sense, but I'll just be able to think in those moments much better. So I really
You say everything moving fast, but it's slow motion.
it's really Matrix for me. So yeah, that was lit, man. That was so lit, man. After that is my moment of like, yo, I'm doing this for the fam. Like I got them on my back.
Yes.
And it just I always wanted that moment of like my villagers like, proud of me? Y'all proud of me? Y'all proud of me?
I did a good thing.
Did I do it good?
That's a beautiful feeling. That's a
Yeah.
beautiful feeling, man. You
So-
know what I'm saying? When you make your family look at you like, damn, so self-sufficient, so responsible, and they look at you under that light, that feel good.
It do feel
question.
That feel
good.
good.
People forget, but they don't understand how hard it is. Like, it look easy. Like, bruh, my journey is tough. But these moments matter so much because, like you said, like, it just, the flowers and the moments of happiness. So,
Well, you know, people don't see the road to get there. They don't see the journey. They just see the destination. They just see the finish line, the wins. They don't
Exactly.
see the journey you had to take to get there. But that's what makes it much more valuable for you and to tell your story. But I want to sidetrack. I got a question for you.
okay.
I want to know your favorite childhood memory growing up in Detroit.
Screaming. I told y'all I was playing basketball outside with my shirt off. That was so classical.
That was the classic moment.
That was
for you.
very classic. Cause I never like the lady was like the next door lady came outside like, why are you outside with your shirt on? And I've always had nice whatevers. So even at 10, whatever old I was, they was enough to know I wasn't no little boy. And I remember I looked over at her, I was like, I'm a tomboy. I got on my bike. Yo, my mama wasn't supposed to be home for 3-4 hours later. She pulled up in her photo expedition on 2 wheels.
Corners, like,
Get your butt in the house. Wow, wow, wow. So that was my defining moment. Like, I'll do anything to play basketball.
and that you proved it right then and there. Your bro, like, sir, he probably was joking, thinking like, fuck that, I'm gonna go back in the house. You like,
Nah.
I can hoop.
I can hoop.
I'm on
Let's get it. I got him. I'm picking him up.
He
Let's
told
go.
me. So the beginning of the story, though, because I'm telling you, the beginning was he told me in order for you to play, you had to play on the shirts, the skins. Because I always, bro, can I play? Can I play? Not today, not today, not today. Finally, he was like, you can play if you play on the skins. And he give his dog some damn. Like, yeah, she ain't gonna
She ain't gonna do that.
Man, I threw my shirt off put it on the back of the porch. Come on, I'm ready. Check. I scored too. I scored too. Yeah,
Oh, that's hilarious.
I remember they was like, dang, I just had a natural ability for basketball.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I got a question for you too. One more. So in terms of like the first time you stepped off the plane into another country to play, what's like the first thing like you really noticed on a cultural level? Like what was different to you?
Everything. The air, people's faces,
She said the air. It just smelled and tasted different.
move different.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
How about the food? Because I noticed when I tried food in another country for the first time, it blew my mind.
what happened after? Did you feel bloated?
No, you want to know what I noticed? Funny story. Even though when I went to the UK, because I'm not going to count Canada, that's next door neighbor.
Yeah.
When I went to the UK, something I seen that was interesting. Outside of the food, it was very delicious. And to me, that's still some of the best Jamaican food I ever had until I get to Jamaica. Hey. But something so basic. There was, when we went there, we forgot about Pride. So Pride was going on. It was huge in London, the hugest pride celebration I ever seen. It was crazy. And we were thirsty. So we went into like a Subway. It was some basic fast food restaurant shit. I wanted an orange Fanta. I got it out the machine and it was peach. I'm like, they need to change this syrup. I tasted it. It was the best. Fire. It was the best orange Fanta I ever had in my life. And then I realized there was a young girl that was there. I forgot she was African, where she's from, but she was talking to us. She said, no, that's because y'all got all those food dyes in America. That stuff illegal over here.
It is.
And that was the best pop I had ever had in my life.
Crazy. Russia got the best ketchup. I ain't shouting Russia out at all. I'm just saying,
that country that shall not be named.
Actually, we were in Russia and McDonald's, they ketchup was different. McDonald's is different. So, but no, that's what I was going to say. So the food overseas is not processed. So you get hungrier faster. You're not as bloated. And I just hate what they put in our food out here.
Yeah.
Just everything.
Be a
it's
whole
sick.
bunch of just a lot of shit. Shit. Simplest shit like cereal be crazy shit. And you're like, what the fuck is this?
Crazy.
Nothing.
It's crazy, man.
But I do want to
So
say,
true.
speaking of Russia, with everything that's going on with Brittany over there.
Но я честно надеюсь, что их понятия берут.
I understand everything that's being said against me, the charges that are against me, and that is why I pled guilty. But I had no intent to break any Russian laws. I made an honest mistake, and I hope that in your ruling that it doesn't end my life here. I want to apologize to my teammates, my club, Gemka, the fans, and the city of DCAT.
And we know you had the opportunity to cross paths with that wonderful individual.
Yes.
And
Free
it's
BG, man.
Yes,
Free
indeed.
Brittany
Yes,
Griner.
indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that's some straight bullshit what they got her on. You know what I'm saying? We got, one of her peers right here that done been around her, played with her, you know what I'm saying, having conversations with her. And, and with that being said, like, what's a memory, you know what I'm saying, that you could share about Big BG, you know what I'm saying, that you had over the time?
Absolutely. I think, like, in your field, like, when you get to the NBA, the WNBA, when you get in the music career, you always have those top dogs, those superstars. And you always feel like they bigger than life,
Right.
And when I met her and saw her, she was kind of like talking across the court before warm-ups to my teammate, and it was just the human that I sensed in her. The humanity, like I'm just me, man. Yeah. I know I'm 6'9", but I'm BG, man. And on the court, y'all, she talks so much junk. And for me, I love junk talking. I love, like, exuberates. I love it.
Yeah.
Like, it's necessary. Like, if you want to close your eyes at the free throw line talking to me and make a free throw, like, it's some of those that's just like that. We dogs. Enrique, she's like that. She talks the whole time of the game. But I teach kids to do that. Talk on offense and defense. Why you quiet?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So, but... she was just, I blocked her shot.
Yeah.
And then she got it right back and then scored and, like, slapped my butt or something. And, like, just was, like, a real competitor, a real person. So, man, my heart goes out to BG. And I know she's being strong.
For the trade. I'm praying for the trade to go through.
Yeah,
honestly,
sure.
I'm hoping we can get BG back and Paul Whelan. So, definitely, everybody, we got to keep the positive energy up. And, we got to pay attention as the story develops.
Yep.
Yes.
BG.
Now, right after you play for Team USA and y'all beat Australia to win the gold medal. Hats off to you again on that.
Midas.
You know what I'm saying? Midas touch.
Midas.
And right after that, like, you know, I know that's when you probably it was already probably in the back of your mind about the WNBA, but I know after that, it really solidified your future on what you wanted to do. I'm almost certain it did. You know what I'm saying? And I believe the draft was July of 2020.
2015.
2015, excuse me, not 2020.
Well, not to go to the draft yet, just really quick.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, not to cut you off, my guy. My junior, so after that, when I got to the training facility, I wanted to get there. So my team, we love you, boom. Got to go to Colorado before we go to Russia. We trained in Colorado for 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I got to training, and I'll never forget my first layup. You know, I was all left back then. Don't try me now. But my first move, I did like a fake to the corner and went with the left to go tap out. I never forget. Everybody in the gym was like, "Who is that? Wait, who is that?" And that was my moment of kind of like arriving, because they didn't. Like, all these big, now I'm looking at y'all. Oh, what's up, Kalina? What's up? Natasha Howard? Oh, how you doing?
You solidified yourself
Odyssey
like I'm here.
They like, okay, what's your name? I'm Crystal Bradford. I let them know who I was, but when I got out there, they was like, no, who is that? They going to the coach like,
who's that girl?
Yeah. No.
Hey, this what happened when y'all had me up drinking coffee. Making a little something.
Right.
So, yeah.
Mom, go ahead. No,
that was it. That's just what I wanted to let you know, that moment.
I wanted to ask you, during because I know I started talking about the draft, but we could kind of touch back on college a little bit, because during your Team USA, after that, you came back to college. I know that, you know, for your record, you averaged 20 your junior year, and I think like 4 and 7 are like, don't get me to being wrong, but I know you averaged 20 your junior. I know that was your best year. Your junior year, and you was ranked 15 in the nation during that. And like, did you have thoughts on leaving early for college, or did you want to do the whole 4 years off the jump, no matter what?
Great question. I was hoping we can get around to that. I had planned on doing my whole 4 years. In my junior year, when I got back, and I played a season. Oh my gosh, coming off that USA again, that confidence.
Man,
yes.
Oh my God,
you came back.
That structure,
different.
it was something different.
It's like you just came back. You went to the finals and won, and came back.
Like, yeah, I'm home.
And not to say my college teammates wasn't dope, but I just played with the best of the best. So it's not about them scoring. Their energy.
It was a different level of competition.
It
was
different
a
level.
different level. That's
professionalism. Like, they were
Absolutely.
training to be professional since they were kids. This was their goal was W. All of them.
Yes, yes.
So my junior year, though, I had a great season, but then I tore my knee. So when I tore my knee, I tore my lateral and my PCL, and I went over to the side, and I was just so sad, my little knee. I was like, something for real wrong with it. And Sue Guevara called my team over, and she said, "You guys come over. I want to give you guys the news. Crystal, you won this year Defensive Player of the Year and Player of the Year. It was like only one of 2 women or people to ever do it.
Wow.
And so Player of the Year is what I've been waiting all year. I mean, my whole career. Like, the Player of the Year.
Yeah.
That's player. Like,
all around, period.
Not Team of the Year. Not Franchise of the Year.
You the Player of the Year?
I am the player. I look better than anybody. People think I look better than everybody else out here on this fucking court. And I know that feeling is overwhelming. Like, when you really sit back and let it dawn on you, like, what the fuck?
That level of recognition is dope, and motivation, and keep going crazy.
So that happened. I tore my knee junior year a week before the tournament. So I missed the tournament, and so my senior year, when I came back, my PCL wasn't all the way fixed. So I was playing my whole senior year, going hard as I could, and I just like, why does it feel so bad still? And I was pushing through that, and I ended up shutting myself down. And and found out that my meniscus and my PCL was still tore. So to answer your question, my senior year, a lot of people was like, "Oh, you're just trying to get to the WNBA. That's why you stopped playing." I was still injured. So when I got drafted, I don't know if you're gonna end up start talking about that first round 7 pick.
First round 7 pick for sure. Yes.
To the LA Sparks. My knee was still broke.
Wow.
And
shit.
I was tore up about it. I didn't know. I thought I just needed to work harder.
That self-care is everything.
Bingo. Like, I'm so tapped in with my body now, just aware now, but I just was like, I need to push harder. And I'll never forget the GM telling me, like, or it was a trainer, your PCL, it has saggage in it. So we're going to have, and your meniscus is still tore. We're going to have to go in and fix it. I was hurt. I was confused. I didn't know who fault it was. And,
Right.
and
Like
things
you
like that.
You done worked so hard to get to this point, you know what I'm saying? And then now it's like, damn, I gotta sit down for a second.
That's that grind mentality.
You know what I'm saying?
We just work ourselves.
Grind mentality, survival.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is my senior year. I can't. This is all I worked for. I gotta push through it. So I wasn't thinking self-care at all. Just to find but usually when the WNBA draft people, if they're injured, they cut you. But my GM just told me, like, I'm gonna keep you.
That's ill.
And
That's
so through all of that, though, you know, honestly, transparently, I never got a chance of humility. Like, I never humbled myself enough to take it all in and realize where I had come and where I was at. I was still running.
For sure. So how long did you end up essentially playing for the LA Sparks when you got there and found out your knee was still a little down? How long did that last when you were there?
I got drafted 2015, and I think I got waived like 2017, the year they won the championship, or 2017, the year they won the championship. I was waived, and that was catastrophic for me.
No, for sure, because you know what I'm saying, you reach your highest goal in life, that your biggest aspiration in life, you finally reach it, and it's not, you can't even put the blame on nobody. You can't even be mad like you did it. Like you just gotta be like, damn, I gotta thug through this to get better. And thank God, man, you kept your focus, man. Thank God you kept your focus and your motivation, because a lot of people would have just took it and just, you know what I'm saying, lived off their name for a few more years and then just start being,
hit the streets.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? After 2017, you know, after that happened, you still was playing. You still was able to play overseas. You still was able to experience things. You still was able to collect a bag. You know what I'm saying? And you was still able to keep your name relevant to the WNBA community and the basketball community in general. You know what I'm saying? And because I know, because currently right now you play in Israel, the Euro.
No, right now, nothing. I go to Egypt.
Okay. Oh, okay.
If they don't shut us down.
No, for sure. Yeah, because shit getting hectic out here now.
Yeah.
Shit getting hectic out here. Okay, got you.
I'm cool with that, though. Overseas I'm an advocate on speaking out on it. I'm not afraid to speak on the fact that I don't like being overseas. It's very mentally challenging.
No, for sure. I can see that.
Just the differences in general too.
Yeah, they underestimate how unsettling it is to be overseas living and going to work. Not at the beach all day. You at work. So that's 8 months straight out of the year. 4 months at home.
Okay, got you.
But I wouldn't change it. I mean, I'm grateful that I get to experience it. I just, 4 months or something for me. I can't speak for other people. And a lot of places you go, you have to roommate. So the people that you work with, the women that you work with, you go home with them.
For sure.
Now
you don't get that separation.
No separation. Our periods all in sync. Everybody at the house on their periods and shit. Fucking shit.
People don't think
it's
about
like
that.
a manufactured family and friendship group until you actually get home. So it's like you constantly feel like you on some type of project in the house.
Like a test facts. The circle type. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I know, you end up, doing that for some years, experiencing different places, and then ultimately you end up getting picked back up. Initially, it was for the Fever, correct?
Yep, in 2018.
But did you ever play a game with them?
Awesome. So funny. I went 3 days to training camp, and on my third day, here come my period. I don't know if I should say time of the month. Period may be a little vulgar.
Everybody know. Hey, look, everybody know what we're talking about.
Period.
Period.
Period. Pub.
Period versus that period is two different things. But anyway, so it was my time of the month, and I got really sick. So I got lightheaded and I got sick and I couldn't participate. So they waived me. Yep.
Now come on, they acting like they don't know.
I guess not. I mean, no. The WNBA is the hardest business, hardest sport because it's only 144 girls.
Yeah,
and
that's
It's not a development league. So I got drafted with D'Angelo Russell.
Okay, yeah.
And y'all see the stuff he went through to get where he is.
Yeah, for sure.
They drafted him as a project. Anytime you get drafted, it's like a 4-year deal. Like even our contract, you're on rookie contract for 4 years. So to only have 4 days to prove yourself
that's crazy.
Is wild. You know, we talk about it a lot. A lot of women basketball players talk about how crazy and cutthroat the WNBA is. Like women like Cappie Pondexter and like GOATs just get waived, and we don't have a retirement plan for these GOATs. There's not many broadcasting or
talk that shit.
Things like that that should be in play.
Change.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And even endorsement for tampons and stuff like that. Like bring them endorsements in, those sponsorships, because we understand more than a lot of people. Not even say more, but just we strong in that field. So I would love
understand that. That makes a lot of sense. It's like, why not? Hey, y'all endorsing something that every woman uses. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know firsthand, and it's just like it's on a plateau where people is looking at y'all. Get that exposure. Get that. But, to each his own. Each, everybody do their thing. These businesses out here, they pick and choose who they want to, you know what I'm saying?
They can pick us, though. They gonna pick us. They see us. We putting ourselves on the map. Let them know what we want.
And, too, that's what makes social media so dope now versus than when WNBA first formed. Because you literally can have people connecting with you and building fans. Especially, I think it's challenging, too, for women's sports, because if there aren't women that are actually into sports, how do you still make that connection? Well, we are still women, so having that social media platform, you're still appealing to even those women who don't watch sports to still bring in a fan base that way as well, making that connection, and all of that is just supporting the players and your celebrity, which brings more money.
For sure.
As far as women, just as far as women's basketball players, period, I just want us to uplift us more. And I understand it's whatever you need to do to bring business for your business, and the margins have to make sense. I understand all of that. But at the same time, y'all understand that our whole career, most of us won't even make $1 million.
And that's crazy.
And in the men's side,
look at them
they
starting.
getting 17, 200 million.
Crazy
numbers.
So it's just like, bring us up. But you know what else? I'm gonna have to hold our sisters accountable on this one. Because when you think about our fan base, men are in the stands. They on them comments too.
That's
the ones that never.
That's a good point.
The women, if you ask a woman, you go to the WNBA games? No, I don't go. I was sitting with the owner of Chicago because I got picked up after Atlanta this year and take me out to dinner or whatever. And we were sitting there. It was me and my friend who played basketball overseas. And he asked us both, he said, let me ask you something. He said, do you guys come to games? We both were like, no, we don't come to games. And I always think about this question. I probably have a moment in my day where I think about this question. It really sat with me. I'm like, dang, how am I not going to go? And then I called my friends now. So they watched me play in the league last year and I wasn't this year. So now I'm calling everybody. Did y'all see that? Oh, I don't watch the game unless you playing. That's not good.
Still need to support it.
Y'all still got to support. So women, we have to start supporting each other more. But that stems so deep, man. That
can get into a whole psychological analysis on that.
Subscribe for part 2, because I'm telling you, that hate we got it within each other is
something
still
different.
Yeah,
it's something different.
So, but yeah.
No, that's facts though. You know what I'm saying? And because after the fever, the little 3-day stint that you did end up getting picked up by Atlanta.
Contest those layups.
up, all right? Mic'd up.
No cussing? Doesn't mean no cussing, because I love. Okay. Ooh. I'll let. No floaters, Candy. You know you like floaters. About to fish 3-ball them. We're gonna fish 3-ball them really good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, watch out, Keisha Fred. Ooh. Oh, I got that attack. No, I'm kicking it. Oh, good pass, CB.
I'm a space. I'm a space. Shoot.
Oh, yeah, it's for all my ladies.
So the fans want to know why you so sweaty when you just put that shirt on.
Because you've been on me since we been in the locker room, so it's a lot of pressure. I'm hot. Oh, I'm supposed to be over there. I'm out. Here you go, Street. Let's go! Where my mic at? Where my mic at? Where my mic?
2021, and now you did, you know what I'm saying, do your thing with them for a little minute. You was playing and shit was kind of rolling, and you finding your chemistry with your teammates and everything. But during that time frame, you did experience something that kind of like put a mental damper on life for a minute. And I'm not gonna speak on it too crazy. You know, I'll let her say what she want to say about it. But it was a light altercation that happened with Crystal and one of her teammates, and you know, and they were involved in it. And the team that they were playing for at the time ended up, you know, basically not signing them back again. But I'll let Crystal kind of talk about it a little bit, go into detail if she want to. You know what I'm saying? But I'll let you tell that story on how that came about and transpired.
Yeah, so no, just like you said, there was an altercation where we were celebrating, you know, my teammate's birthday, and it was a young lady kind of just giving us a hard time in the line before we got inside of the wasn't like a party thing, it was just like a venue. And before we even got inside, a girl was giving us a hard time, and her friends just kind of got really rowdy and kind of was ready to beat my friend off the balcony. And if I never pull my name card, that's when I wanted to. Like, do you know who he is?
Right,
And
right.
to be honest with y'all, I fought all my life. Like, I've been a fighter, but I'm 100% a lover. But what I know is survival. And what I know with my culture, and just not to say we're all fighters, but I've fought my way. And I think a lot of people love that about me, but you didn't see this side. And that side that I'm speaking on is I always protect my people.
Period.
100%.
That's just how it's been. That's how we was raised. That's just what I know, to protect my people. So just watching them get ready to beat her down, beat her off of.
The instincts kicked in.
Yeah, they kicked in. I didn't do any talking. I didn't, hey man, relax. And I wish I could have, if I could take anything back while the girl was da-da-da-da-da. If I could take anything back, I would just while she was doing this, I would just grab her finger, set it down, and maybe just give her a hug, because people are hurting.
For sure.
And, you know, if you guys seen the video, and maybe you don't have to, but I wasn't coming from a place of anger. I was coming from a place of defense. Groups. It was a group of them and things like that. And I was just, you know, trying to get them off. And, I mean, by that time we were in battle. So it wasn't like breaking it up. And that's another thing I wish I could have broke it up, because they didn't necessarily see me. They were really kind of at her. But I didn't know if they knew I was with her, but I'm sure they did, because you know what I'm saying? So I wish I could have, hey, you guys, stop it.
That opportunity to diffuse. But see, a lot of people will say what they would or could do in a situation like that. But a lot of times in that type of situation, you don't have time to think really, or it's more so reactive, not proactive. It's like, okay, so whatever moment, in that moment, whatever you decide, you stick into it. And in that moment, that Detroit kicked in like, oh no, y'all ain't about to ride down on my people.
No way.
And you jumped into action. And it's like, you know, a lot of people got to understand in situations like that, it's not necessarily regretting protecting your people, but maybe just taking that moment to try to diffuse it. And a lot of times you don't have that time to do that. All you have is time to react. You in a different place. Yeah. You're not at the crib. You don't know how these people moving.
They weren't from where
we can't really blame you.
They weren't from Atlanta, so they were like visitors. We found that out.
And it's like they weren't even from Atlanta.
They didn't even know who we was. That's why I said I wish it could have been like, wait, you know who we is? And we did have that moment, and then they want to hug it out.
We could go in here and have a drink, relax.
Just relax. Like, oh, what you need? I'll buy you some chicken tenders from the truck.
So after the fact, when they found out who y'all was,
they want to talk. They want to talk, and they want to talk, and they wanted to talk, and I just.
And it was already too late.
It was just too late. It wasn't that because that video didn't surface for months. And mind y'all, people don't understand either. Like, this is my teammate I've been going to war with all season. This isn't somebody I just met. I've been setting her
trusting each other with your lives, careers, future.
I've been setting her picks all year. Right. She been, you know what I'm saying, throwing me oops all year. So when it just came to that. There's no loyalty in business. Let me be clear. Mm-hmm. There is loyalty in friendship. So, at the same time, when it came to that business decision, I understood it. Mm-hmm. Simple. For sure. Does that mean? And it's a few in the office in Atlanta that still rock with me because I got a training camp offer. I was never supposed to make that team, and they fell in love with me. Okay. So they had to make a business decision, and you know at the end of the day, it could have been a majority rules, and you know in business, when the majority rules, there's no but objection.
No, for sure.
It is what it is. So I still got people in that office where, you know, it don't have to be the end of the road. They decided not to sign us back that year. So, you know, sky's the limit.
No, for sure.
And you know, opportunity for conversations can always be open.
Always. Mm-hmm. So it is what it is. We have to take that responsibility. I know for me personally, I take my career very seriously.
For sure.
And moving forward, I did a lot of healing from that. A lot of past traumas. Why am I fighting? What am I fighting?
Yeah.
It made me so much stronger. My triumphs really took me there because a lot of people don't want to fail. No. And they're living in failure, right? And I failed. I lost. We don't talk about losing. We talk about don't lose. Mm-hmm. We don't talk about what happened when you do lose, because you will. That can happen.
And it will happen.
And you have to pick the pieces up to
Everybody
move
takes
forward.
L's. Yeah. Everybody goes through things in their life that you would never think you're going to get over. But it's people out here that have been through worse than you. That's what helped me get past when I go through trauma in my life. Like I say, I done lost quite a few people within the last year, at least 5 or 6. Family.
Wow, I'm sorry to hear that.
I appreciate that. So it's like I could dwell on that, and I can have that fucking with me, or I can do what I know what they want me to do. I can live my life because I know they will want me to do this. They will want me to be this proactive in the community and touching bases with people and starting a podcast and having our business. Shout out Natural Nation at 12 Oaks, by the way. Come fuck with us.
Natural Nation,
you know what I'm saying?
Good body butter, good soaps.
Yes, yes.
Natural.
Yes.
But what you always say, like you said, if I'm breathing,
if I'm breathing, I can handle it.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how I think about it. Whatever I go through, if I'm breathing, I'm on the other side of the dirt, I'm going to make it work. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
On the other side of the dirt, I'm going to make it work. You and these catchphrases.
Yes. But all I'm saying, though, is y'all, that make it work, and I'm going to get to it. Sometimes it's not going to work. Sometimes it's not working. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you can't get to it. Like my foot was broke. Mm-hmm. My foot was broke when that happened. When they didn't re-sign us and when the video surfaced. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't like I can go out and go get it. I had to sit down.
That's where the mental come in at. You know what I'm saying? That's where you gotta all right, let me get straight with my mental first, because essentially your brain it maneuvers everything, arms there. So let me get this together so me internally and externally can be decent. I ain't gonna say just good and great, but I can be decent. I can move on to the next, thing that I get into and everything. And speaking of things, getting into things, I know you, when the last time you did your CB skills camp?
That makes me happy. CB skills is something that makes me very happy.
Nice.
I had a 4th annual in 20 right before COVID, and I kind of just been kind of moving.
Okay.
I told my friend, I met somebody and it was like, where do you live? I was like, well, I be here, I go here. I was just kind of coming away. They were like, oh, like a gypsy. I was like,
we'll use a nice word, nomadic.
No,
Right,
not like
she's nomadic, right?
Nomadic. No, ma'am, not like a gypsy.
Like a gypsy.
But my job does contain for me to chase my dreams. That's what I'm kind of, no. I'm not on the couch.
She's like, wherever the wind blows.
Wherever the wind blows. And I love that for me, though. And I feel like even people with kids, they kind of live through me, and I live through my people with kids right now. Because
sure.
I got to keep getting it.
That's how K Fielder was talking, too. Because when he like, I travel everywhere. He like, I was just in Memphis yesterday. He like, I just do things just to do it, just to go there. When you got the resources and when you're financially able to do these things, believe us. I'll be doing the same thing, too.
Believe us.
If I was just... You know what I'm saying? If I had to just move and do what I want to do, I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I want to ask you something. You know what I'm saying? Because it seemed like this might have been something that touched you on a personal level. But what does the because I was wondering, like, this got to mean something. Romans 12 verse 3. What does that mean to you? What does that mean to Crystal Bradford?
Man, well, I'm big on God, so he can be big on me.
All right.
Talk that stuff. There we go.
I keep explaining to people. They put that down in the air for us to say, he knows my heart. He knows my heart. Like, that's not what he do you know his heart? Do you know the tempo and how it beats, how it slows down with questions? That you ask yourself, because God is within us. And he's helped me direct my life. His direction over mine, basically. And without him, I'm not grounded. And me losing my foot, everything is connected. So me breaking my foot, really.
That's your foundation.
That's my foundation. And I realized how shooken up it was and no direction, basically. And yeah, man, just realizing like, you know, I'm good with God. I know God. That's just such a cliche. That's not like, just learning him more and more daily is so important, and talking to him. Like, everything has changed so much. Like, they're telling us now, you don't have to go to church. Like, you don't have to be a Christian. Like, I'm a churchgoer. I like to feel the spirit. Same way if I go to the club, I got that energy. I'm in church with that energy. And we will praise you for the rest of our days. I'm turned, you feel me?
Hey.
So, a lot of people now they're hearing now, oh, it's okay. I just got to have a relationship with God. That's not true. Our relationships with people are bad. So why do you think you just about to build this healthy relationship with God? Like, no, learn God, read the Bible. Like, he gonna rock with you. Like, people become God's favorites because you're getting to know him. When you feel far away from God, he doesn't punish us.
God's heart.
He's a generous God. He's not punishing anybody. You're far away from him. He can't keep you in his tower. It says, run to his tower and all are safe. So, without him, I'm just a real sporadic creature. Literally.
I think I can identify with that. I'll be everywhere like a little squirrel. And then it's like I have to have that spiritual balance so I can kind of stay focused, because otherwise I'm like this.
Facts.
Oh, for sure.
Love that.
No, yeah. I noticed that, so I was, curious on how you felt about it and your opinion on that. But that was nice. That was dope, well put. And I want to ask you about one more person. How is your son Hooper?
No, you guys. Oh, I always travel with Hooper, but I've been getting to it, and I've been every time I travel, and I'm going to like multiple cities, and I'm just
right.
He can travel. He's fine on the plane. It's just I'm moving. Nomadic?
Yes, nomadic.
He's usually nomadic too, but I'm just like,
you got him with a sitter now, or a kennel or something.
Yes, and I miss him so much, y'all. He is not selfless at all, and I love that about him. He want what he want, and I love that about him. I love that. There's not enough people in this world like that. Like,
I know you
And
love
then just
that
to have
because
somebody that has like fur babies, especially when they have their own little personalities, they're just the cutest thing in the world. But they're so loyal, and no matter what happened in the world, no matter what's going on, they still love you when
It's
you come home.
unconditional,
Yeah.
yeah.
Still want you to play with them, still want to be pet, want to snuggle up next to you. So
I knew the conversation got serious. You took your glass off first time in the interview.
That's my dog.
So soon as I mentioned Hooper, you like, oh wait a minute, hold, let me get real now. That's my dog.
Hey, Hooper, my dog for real.
That's real.
That's my dog. He cool,
So
man.
you see, you do got some kids. See?
Yeah, I do. I got a fur baby. Everybody love Hooper too. Everybody love him. He lit, real compassionate, but he's selfish, and you gotta be that. You gotta be a little selfish. I'm telling you.
that's because he's spoiled. Because look who his
He
mom
is
is.
spoiled.
Exactly.
He be looking like.
You ain't about to. You
You know
what I
I'm on
want.
a schedule because Yorkies. He's a teacup Yorkie. For those who don't know, teacup Yorkies they like schedules. So he be like, you know what time it is. But the hardest time of my life was when my foot was broken. I wasn't able to like walk him and stuff.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
holding it down. So instead of going to the bathroom at like 8 a.m., sometimes I was rolling out of bed at like 12, like literally rolling. So it was hard times, man. We both got through that. So
That's
I was
real.
by myself. So it was
Oh,
me and
wow.
him. Yeah, you know when you go through stuff, you go through it alone.
Oh, period.
Don't nobody be with you while you going through stuff.
Not at all. They be around when the sun
At
out,
all.
not when the rain out. Okay.
And I ain't even mad at them because maybe they didn't know how.
No,
Just
for
like
sure.
I didn't know how to forgive. I don't know. Like I done came a long way. Forgiveness is a daily reprieve. So we can talk about that
Preach,
anytime
preach.
too.
I know, growing up, you was a real big fan of Chris Brown, right?
I'm about to take him off again for Breezy.
So I know it was an incident when you met him at an airport.
No, I met Breezy at the BET Awards.
BET
Nice,
Awards.
nice,
Okay,
nice.
okay. How was that when you met him? When you finally met him?
Generous dude. You could tell he still got some selfish in him. I like people that got a little selfish in them. When you sense they not people pleasers, they got a little. I gotta keep this for me now. I'm doing this for me. I remember I asked him for a picture. He was like, "All right, come on, hey, this the last one though." So I love that type of energy because I'm the type of person. I'm such a strong individual. Like if you don't speak up, I'll be probably doing something you don't even like.
Right,
But you don't know how to speak up for yourself,
right, yeah.
and now it causes friction. So I like people that are outspoken and
Speak their mind.
But
Yeah.
on the positive, to him saying it's the last one means you were the exception to the
yeah.
rule.
I must have
Period.
really looked good. For
Hey, there you go. There you
So
go.
yeah, no, we partied afterwards and everything. He's real
Nice,
cool guy. Real cool
nice.
guy. Definitely got a lot of arrogance and selfishness.
Oh yeah, I already know.
That's
he
that
does.
king mentality.
Yeah, kings. Yeah, absolutely.
King energy.
I can't give my all to everybody. I won't have nothing left.
Man, that's something I struggle with. Preach. Listen. I'm gonna figure it out.
But you will. You absolutely will. And if you don't, you still, you know what I'm saying? You still lit. Because a lot of people don't. It's hard to get that balance. And when you got kids, if you got other people, it's hard. It's just me. I'm standing on a lot of people's shoulders. And my uncle told me that the other day. And I didn't take that lightly. You know, people are, to get where I'm at, I gotta keep chasing my dreams. I can't let nothing go. That's why, you know, I gotta take it serious. You know what I mean?
No, for sure, for sure. Well, man, again, man, it was a super dope pleasure of having you today and rocking with
We gotta
us.
hand you them heavy
You know what I'm
flowers.
saying? Here's these Detroit flowers we
Oh,
handing y'all, handing you, because you a legend. You know what I'm saying?
You might have been the first person to throw them up.
Yes.
And bask in
And
it.
then bask in the
They
ambience.
smell good. They smell good.
Hey, Detroit flowers, that's why.
I heard. What up, though? Thank y'all for having me, man. Appreciate y'all.
No, without a doubt, y'all already know what it is. In the meantime, in between time, y'all already know it's your boy, Sir LA.
And it's me, your girl, Dahlia.
And thank y'all. We appreciate y'all for rocking with the pod, aka the people of Detroit.
Yes,
Hey,
yes.
shout out Crystal Bradford for pulling up. Y'all already know what it is. West Side.
For sure.
What up, Doe? Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy, Sir LA.
And it's me, your girl, Dahlia.
And y'all in here rocking with the pod, aka
The people of Detroit.
And today, we just wanted to drop some jewels on y'all, you know, about our ventures and what's going on. As y'all know, the podcast, The People of Detroit, is sponsored by Shyware LLC and also Natural Nation LLC. But as far as shy wear, that's on hold for right now, but it is coming very soon. Shout out my daughter LaShyla, dedicated to her. But today we talking about Natural Nation. And as far as Natural Nation, we got a lot to offer. You know, we got a whole location. You know, we got a lot of natural hygiene products. And it's very good for the skin, very good for the body. And right here next to me, we got the CEO herself, Miss Dahlia. And I'm going to let her go into detail and tell y'all about the business.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to deliver those smell good goodies that you love. We have a variety of soaps, body butters, scrubs. We even make beard balms for men. You know, he be twinkling and glistening.
You know it.
And we have relaxing bath teas. Now, you can come see us 7 days a week at 12 Oaks Mall in Novi. We're located right near the Cheesecake Factory, so you can get that good grub and get some self-care at the same time.
Yes, yes.
Outside of that, we're still processing online orders. Just make sure you hit the website at www.therealnaturalnation.com. And you can follow us on IG or Facebook. We love to see those reviews because y'all opinions on the products is what keep us going and delivering quality.
Yes, yes. And of course, we hope to see as many of y'all as soon as possible. Like Dahlia said, we located at 12 Oaks, right by the Cheesecake Factory on the first floor. Come take a peek at what we got, because I'm quite sure you'll be intrigued and you'll be leaving with something. Because, you know, as far as this been going, this like 5th year strong, you know, and I feel we bigger than ever and we still got a lot more stuff to do. But at the end of it, we gonna get to the bag and we gonna be a boss in our own state, you know what I'm saying, and do what we gotta do.
Okay.
But with that being said, shout out everybody who has been associated with the People of Detroit podcast. You know, all of our guests from this point that has been on there, that has been on here, from Chef Tony, KDZ, we had Tamashi on, you know, Marcel Stewart. You know, shout out Tommy B, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, bro. You know, I'm always hold you down. And, you know, go check out our videos. You know, we got a lot of different videos dealing with a lot of different sectors of Detroit, you know, and it's helpful to y'all. So it might be people out there that need motivation. Come take a look at our videos, and I promise you will get that motivation, because the people we speak with, they only a phone call away. Some of them a DM away. And if you need any assistance with anything from a life coach, getting your business in line, you know, just anything of that nature, watch our episodes, see who we have on, because it's all people that's of importance of Detroit that helps that community. So again, in the meantime, in between time, y'all already know what it is. Sir LA.
It's me, your girl, Dahlia.
And thank y'all for rocking with the pod this long. We've been holding it down. It's our 4th month strong. But we appreciate it. You already know what it is. The People of Detroit.